Yo! Hello, everybody. How are y'all doing on this fine evening? Happy to see you. Hope you're doing well. Guys, today we are learning about war. All right? This is Military Day. We've done it before. This is War Day. And my plan this time around is we're going to do the first half of the stream with reacts, learning about war. Then, Joy Boy, thank you very much for the sub. Then, after that, we will take what we learned from War Day and play Battlefield 1, and I'm going to take a shot every time I die. That's the plan. First, though, you know me, we're going to talk for like 15, 20 minutes or something. You know what I mean? Farm a couple clips. Why is his voice so slowed down? I got to sound sexy on the stream, man. I can't sound like a gerbil everywhere I go. Dogs are going to think I'm a squeaky toy. If I sounded like I do...
Shot. If you pour a shot, we can make a toast. We could make more, but you're a coward. JK.
If I sounded like I did on TikTok in real life, I would be mauled by dogs quite shortly. Take a shot right now? Gee, I mean, stream just started. I don't have any chasers either. Rella, for fuck's sake, can you check DMs on Discord? Wasn't that about somebody who's just like really young or something? Just ban them. I don't care. I forgot to check it, but I don't know. If it's somebody who's really young, I don't care. Just ban them. Or time them out. I don't know. Whatever it is. You do you. I trust your judgment. These cats are swinging too hard. I know, dog. I'm probably going to get DMCA'd to shit. This is some Japanese dudes going wild on the horns, boy. Anyway, guys, can you unpin that? Actually,
Hold up, let me pour a shot too.
Dude, did y'all watch the Discord? Will you do a line of Fent? Y'all really are anti... Y'all are just the exact opposite of AA. It's so crazy. By the way, I did see some new people. Let me scroll up and say what's up to y'all. Hello, nice to meet you, TT Crow. Tommy the Crow. Okay, so is that 2 accounts? No, it's Tommy the Cow. Okay, got a fucking I got Barnyard going down in the chat right now. Goober Zoob, Spooky Zun, and Delta Gooner. What's up? Nice to meet you. Happy to have you. Put on some Dorde Balasevic. I'm good, man. That sounds like the kind of music that some Russian operative would be listening to while pulling my balls off trying to get secret info about America from me. I'm good, man. I'm good. Second stream for me. What's up, Keiki? We still hate you. We are trying to kill you. I'm happy to see the hate Discord is live and active. That being said, I want to take a shot real quick. Dude, I don't have any shot glasses. I just got to do this shit straight out the bottle. Oh, my God, dude. This is about to hit. This is about to hit so crazy. It's about to be nasty. What's up, Rock of Steel? Nice to meet you. Guys, when we stone a person, make sure to reach for Rock of Steel. I don't know if that counts as cheating. It might be more to like a metal orb. Tungsten cube. First time watching your stream, what's up? Nice to have you. Just joined the Discord. Word! What's up, Diddy Blood Mango Eater? Holy name. Jesus fucking Christ. Hey, Ronk, I remember I saved a freshman.
Okay, I'm taking a shot with you, you coward. Hold my hand if you're so scared.
I'm brave. I'm fine. Puke for us again. I'm not doing that again. For the new people, if you don't know, they don't need to know that I threw up on my foot one stream. It did not look as bad as it sounds. I remember I saved a freshman after an OD my junior year of high school when I went to piss after English. I got help saving him later that year. He was high again trying to fight me for no reason. What? What do you mean? He was ODing in the bathroom. You went to go take a piss? Are you just flexing your stream strength that you could save someone mid-stream? Bro trying to stream mog me. Sure, your stream might be strong, Relic, but my stream is moral. It has saved a life before. Papa Runk, can I send you some Bingzop fan art? I'm sure you'll love it. Fuck yeah, send it in the Discord. There's a Creative Corner section that you can send it to. Just hop in and send it there. What's up, Runk? I'm house sitting for a rich coworker and I'm in the sauna. Ooh, hell yeah. Nice. Is there anything in that home that you could steal without them noticing? To refresh your memory of my goat, you will watch this video. Okay? Is this first Military Day video? All right. First video we have for Military Day is the USS Enterprise hero ship of World War II. We'll get started on that in a second. And then I have a couple other videos that I think I want to watch too about trench warfare. I'm going to throw my own hat in the ring for a video I want to watch. I respect him a little too much to steal. I like that it's just a
When
little.
are you playing Undertale Big Runculus? I spent a whole like $5 gifting you that game.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure, to be honest, with the move. So at some point, I will play it. What's up, Redneck? Happy to see you. World War II lore is goated. Yeah, we could do World War II or World War I. I want to learn about trench warfare, because that shit sounds crazy. It's wild that, like, so many people were getting done in by wet feet. Like,
Stream streak number 140. Today's message, take the shot, coward.
I will. Just give me a second. Holy, TTS is going crazy right now. Read! Read! Read!
Runk, I work at a gas station and a crackhead stole all our soda nozzles.
Fuck it, bro. Let him live his life. He probably got more use out of that shit than y'all did. He's building something, surely. That crackhead is like the Tony Stark of doing crack and meth. He's probably building his own sort of like bong jig out of that. He built this in a... Tony Stark built this in a cave with a box of scraps. That's what it's going to be like. He's going to reinvent what it is to smoke crack with whatever he's building. Runk is going to be recruited into what? Oh, the military? Yeah. Yeah, you know what I'm hoping is if the military draft ever happens, I hope it coincides with our administration being homophobic as hell. And then I can be like, I'm bi, boy. Get me up out of here. Hell yeah. You know what I mean? Making a Cinnabong. Yeah, exactly. World War I. I already got a World War I video I want to watch. Actually, I'll click on the one from Rubicon. Just because this whole day is your idea, so I'll click on that. What is this? Infantry weapons of World War I. Okay, that one sounds pretty good. I like that it's animated as well.
This is a TTS message and you will get upset at it. 3.
I don't get upset at it when they're not like, when they're spaced out. That's fine. The crackhead built this in a dumpster with some soda Oh yeah, I gotta read that right. The crackhead built this in a dumpster with some soda nozzles. With all due respect, sir, I am not that crackhead. All the industry leaders of all the vapes and shit are gonna have their fucking gourds blown, dude. Search up trench rats. Oh no, motherfuckers were getting topped off by Remy in the trenches. I did not know that. Trench rats. Trench rats. Trench rats low-key sounds like... This might be a fucked up joke. Trench rats sounds like the trench version of a lot lizard. Like, that sounds like a person whose main job is just topping off people in the
Relic,
trenches.
this is Redneck telling you to take a shot, you pussy.
Holy fuck. Alright, can we chill out? I appreciate the TTS messages, but they are a lot. They've been very back-to-back. And I will take a shot. I'm just doing a little bit of talking. Holy shit. Okay, is it gonna read? Damn. Maybe I do have to raise the price again. Read! Fucking hell! Fucking A, man. Read out.
Wearing dragon sucking dong to get out of the draft. Do not fucking try me. I will be king bad bitch.
That's what I'm saying. Me too. I'll get some goddamn breast implants, boy. Shit, looking like Steve-O. Hey, kinda on topic, but have you seen stuff like the Trench Crusade? I have not. Trench Rats. Oh, God. 7 incredible wartime advancements. What is this? Why do they have them like... Look at this. Hold on. I made my chat way too big. Hold up. Fixing my OBS. Trench Crusade. I'm gonna look that up in a second. Look at this shit. Why do they got them on like the old like number counter thing? You got a bunch of rats on stripper poles. What the fuck? Hold on. And then they got these displayed. Were they eating these? Is that what this is? I don't understand. They got like rat necklaces. I would frag my commanding officers for you, Pookie. That's why I think nobody... Dude, like, a draft would never happen again because everybody's getting fragged. All of the 18-year-olds, they're like, dude, fuck no. All that I do in my life is, like, eat edibles, play fort, and goon. I'm killing the fuck out of my commanding officer and going home. No, they ate them. What? No shit. I guess that makes sense. That's resourceful. They didn't bring the rats, though. You mean they would catch the rats in the trenches and then eat them? Oof. Trench Rats is a good-ass band name. That is true. I stand by what I said earlier, though, that Trench Rats does sound like the trench version of a lot lizard. If you don't know what a lot lizard, that's these prostitutes that hang out at like truck lots for like dudes that drive you know, like like a fifth wheel or whatever. And they'll dome you off at like a gas station in the middle of the country. Look up powder monkeys. That shit is scary. Powder monkeys. They're either gonna shoot their officers or themselves. I think they would go for the officers first. Especially, brother, Gen Alpha, with how brain rotted everyone is. Like, I think that, okay, you can type a 1 if you feel like this has a positive correlation, and you can just type 2 if you think there's no correlation. I think that the advent of brain rot has, like, sort of eroded empathy in young people. Do you know what I mean? Now, I'm not saying you should empathize with your commanding officer. I'm saying that I feel like an older person might be like more hesitant to kill somebody, but I feel like a Gen Alpha kid who grew up identifying with Tung Tung Sahur is more likely to fucking put a hand grenade in his commanding officer's gruel. You know what I mean? Hey, what's up, Germ Anthony. I'm gonna call you Germ. Nice. What's up to meet? Nice to meet you, Germ. Can't fucking talk. Lot Lizard was my name in high school. Pfft. Did you know what they were saying about you, brother? They were calling you a dick sucker. That's I would not have taken that personally. Where is your home so we don't kill you 100%? Okay. We're not doing a dox on cam. 2 dudes were fragging officers back in Vietnam. Yeah, didn't that happen a lot? All of the numbers in Vietnam are really weird. Like, people were fragging their commanding officers all the time, and also the amount of the Vietnamese that we killed is super obscured, because they were beating our ass. So, like, you know, if a platoon went out and killed, let's say, like 2 Vietnamese soldiers, by the time it got back to like,
but that's why they call them lad lizard back in high school. They could take it.
Sure, if you want to co-sign the Lot Lizard nickname, sure. By the time that the amount of kills the U.S. had gotten against the Vietnamese got back to their, like, you know, high-ranking officers, it would fucking, like, six-tuple. It would go from 1 all the way up to 60. Or, like, 10 to 60. Yeah, bro, I'm watching on YouTube and Twitch. Thank you! Maximizing the amount of money I get from ads, brother. I appreciate it. Don't buy none of that shit. Scoreboard. You're talking about the Family Guy thing? Scoreboard! Scoreboard! Okay, I think that's enough yapping. Do you want to get into what we're doing? I would too, gang. You are tweaking in the trees, hearing voices. Yeah! Matter of fact, we can talk about Vietnam a little bit more. Yes, dude. And you got that woman. What's her name again? She was that Vietnamese radio host, and she's in your ear going, "You are being fooled, GI. Your government has abandoned you, GI. You are here fighting for rich men, GI. You die so their children can live in mansions, GI." Hanoi Jane. Yeah, dude, hearing that shit, you're in the jungle, covered in poop. You just watch all of your boys die to poop spikes. It's human shit all around you. Blood. You watched your homie get poopsicled to death. You're fucking, oh. You have been abandoned, GI. Just getting whiffs of Vietnamese dookie that is coming out of your boy's cranium. He got Vlad the Impaler in a fucking public restroom style. Like, fuck that, man. Matter of fact, I might kill myself. You're correct to say that if I'm not fragging my officer, I'm probably doing with a grenade, like the apple in a pig's mouth. This is what I'm doing to myself with that grenade, boy. Right here. Ooh, maybe can I show a dead pig on screen? Never mind. Not gonna give you all that visual reference. Trench Crusade. Oh yeah, I did want to look that up. What is a trench crusade? Is that just when they would like rush the trenches? Let's see. Trenchcrusade.com. A tabletop skirmish. This is a fucking board game, brother. It might just be named after that, though. I'm making Full Metal Jacket look like Child's Play. Yeah, dude. He went light. The chunky dude went light on his commanding officer. Are you kidding me? I'm sorry, you just look like you forgot. I did. I did. You are new here? I forget all the time. Did it just go back? What do you mean, did it just go back? Americans used to drain bodies to make it look like vampires are killing the Vietnamese. What? I've never heard that before. Is that true? I don't want to look that up, though. I'm gonna see some crazy, nasty shit. I want to see, like, cartoon recreations. Dude, I am such a pussy. I will only learn about U.S. history if it is drawn in the art style of The Odd Ones Out. All right? Family Guy animation is as detailed as I'm willing to look at this shit. I'm gonna crack my commanding officer. I don't know that that would be the move, per se. They'd be like, you're gonna come to the front lines with me. They'd want you, like, they'd be trying to, I can't say that. They might be trying to die while cracking. I'll leave it at that. Bunk Bunny. Oh, that is a thing. I think I have heard Bunk Bunny before. Relic, what about the boat anime girls? You talking about, dude, I remember the name of the anime yesterday. Fuck. What was it called? Shit, Azure Lane. That's what it is. With all the bunnies, all the boats with the bit that are turned into anime girls with the big boobs. No, it's Barrack Bunny. God, that has to be so rough, man. We call women such terrible things when they have sex. It's sad. I mean, if you're going around fucking everybody in your platoon, maybe don't do that. You're gonna catch chlamydia. But also, I don't know. Fuck it, bro. It's your life. Whatever. Watching this high as hell, and I thought the second chat rule said take off your pants. What? No, fortunately, that is okay. Although you might be inclined to take off your pants after I command you to fill them to the brim. And that is what the second commandment is. It's a punishment for if you act up in here, and I go, shit your pants! You have to. It's the rule. You sign the contract the second that you show up in chat. Most of the time it's guys. Really? I guess that makes sense. I mean, would the military not sort of be like pseudo prison? Your commanding officer is like a warden. You're kept in like a common area. You're kind of stripped of some human rights and free will. I feel like it's low-key like pseudo prison, so I guess that makes sense. There's got to be some people who are like, I'm only gay when I'm deployed. I'm gay when I'm in Afghanistan, but back home I have a beautiful wife. You know what I mean? Does that exist? Surely. I fuck every guy in my squad. I am a crackable. What are these names y'all are making? Can't comprehend gay stuff. I see what you are, you hetero. Jesus. Name calling. Gay for the stay. Yeah, exactly. Power word diarrhea. Yes, exactly. Although, I don't know. Sort of the fill your pants commandment has been taken over by the US government with the shit yourself to death lettuce. Isn't that crazy how that everyone gets a puppy and diarrhea forever kind of became real? Although, fucking, the Democratic Party is certainly not everyone gets a puppy. Do you got a war helmet, Runk? I don't. I wish I did, though. I'm LARPing in my, in the thumbnail on YouTube right now. Okay, let me shut the fuck up. Y'all want to get into a video? Let's start learning about some shit. Because I want to get drunk. I want to get drunk. That'll be nice, because it's been a little minute. Maybe I'll take a couple shots while we watch the video. Watch this as an intro to World War One. Okay. Let's see. What is this? Oh, this is Arpeggio of Blue Steel. This is just an opening. Okay, I'm gonna get DMCA to shit when I play that. Do we want to start with... Let's do the infantry weapons. Or... I guess we can start with infantry weapons. Then I have a trench warfare video I want to watch. Watch this as the intro... I already read that. Whoops! Relic, I hope you get eaten by turtles in an Olive Garden dumpster after eating too much soup. Okay, bit of a hat on a hat. I'm gonna be dead already in there somewhere. You know me, I almost got taken out by 2 pounds of chicken Alfredo. Too much soup might kill your boy again. Making a hate edit right now. Okay, word. Alright, let's learn about the infantry weapons of World War II. Or of World War I, excuse me. And maybe this will be the weapon that we use in Battlefield 1 before I get my shit beat in by dorks who play Battlefield all day. Alright, let's go!
Infantry weapons of World War I. The First World War saw many varied weapons used by soldiers. Let's look at what was manufactured and being used on the battlefield. The rifle. Most soldiers would be equipped with a bolt-action rifle. Rounds were fired individually, with the bolt being opened and closed after each shot. The rifle was reloaded by loading a...
Didn't these things like jam all the time? Oh my god. That sort of would have been like the pseudo jerk that motherfuckers had to do on their guns back during the Revolutionary War. The fucking inaccurate as fuck. Motherfucker, you just wait about 8 minutes as I load this bitch back up. It's the same thing with the bolt action. You're like fucking Nah, not really. Really? I thought these were jamming all the time. I know that bolt action guns, like old first edition bolt action, first edition is the wrong word. I don't know shit about guns. I want to make that clear. Not trying to pretend that I do. But from my understanding, old bolt action guns would jam a lot, no? The blue wood looks so edible right now. Well, your name is Raw Pizza Eater. I guess that makes sense that you would be enticed to consume shit that you should not eat. You're stupid. What, motherfucker? Do you know? You know every bolt-action gun that's ever existed? Not as hard to unjam. Okay, word.
Clip into the magazine, and they had to be cleaned regularly because the dirt in the trenches could jam the firing mechanism. The rifle
Oh, you're dumb! Fuck you.
most commonly used by the
Fuck
Allied
you.
powers were the short magazine Lee Enfield Mark III for Britain and the Commonwealth, the Lebel and Berthier 8mm for France, the Monleasher Carcano M1891 6.5mm for Italy, the Mosin Nagant M1891 7.62 for Russia, and the Springfield 1903 30-06 for the USA. For the Central Powers, the rifle.
So those are all the bolt-action guns. Fuck you staring at it. I'm staring. That fucking scared me. What, me staring at you? That's true. There are some high people in here. Y'all get uncomfortable when I break the fourth wall and I make eye contact with you. God, your phone looks like shit, dude. Ew. It's like cracked everywhere, dude. Your phone looks fucking awful. Get a new one. I look like that one Hulk image where he's like breaking through the mirror. Fuck. And if I'm on a TV, your TV looks like shit too. Get a bigger one, buddy. Tiny ass flat screen. Guys, hear me out. Hear you out on what? Did you Google powdered monkeys? No. My screen isn't even cracked. That's for the one person whose screen is cracked and they just went, what? They started looking around the room for cameras.
Used were the Mauser Gewehr 98 7.92mm for Germany, the Steyr Monleasher M95 for Austria-Hungary and Bulgaria, and the Mauser M1877 7.65mm for Turkey. The bayonet continued to see use in the First World War. However,
oh my god, dude, the bayonet seems brutal. I think I'm gonna use the bayonet when we play Battlefield later. Holy shit, skewering an enemy. What's so fucked up about this one is I feel like there's like an awkward moment where you've punctured them, right? But they're not dead, and you're just kind of like connected by this pole. You know what I mean? You just be like, like I feel like the moment of death would be awkward. You'd be in a weird sort of like pseudo dance as you like spin around connected by a pole. Gang, back when your gun jams, you just gotta get in there. What do you mean? Like just dig out the dirt? Not to mention tri-tipped bayonets. Yeah, dude. I'd be fucking pissed off if a dude pulled up to war with a tri-tipped bayonet. Motherfucker, why you got a trident? Are you the god of the ocean? What the fuck are we talking about? I'm battling Poseidon right now? But your trident also shoots bullets? That shit would piss me off. Nah, because you stabbed him, then slice. Ooh, that's true. You'd probably do like a stab, then twist kind of thing. Like you're unlocking a door. Oh my god. I love being a civilian. It's so awesome. Wait, everybody in here right now. A little bit of a fist bump to being a civilian. Let's fucking go, boys. Let's go. We're not going to get shot. Unless one of y'all gets robbed. Keep your head on a swivel. You're not going to get shot. Boom! We're not getting exploded. Fucking A, am I right? Alright, sorry, let me shut up.
its use was now more psychological than practical. They resembled a knife that would fix onto the end of the rifle and be used for close combat.
I'm the one doing the robbing. Hey, I mean, that is the side of the interaction you'd want to be on. Or like the ones with the saws on the back. What in the fucking Warhammer ass? What? Does that actually exist? Are there guns with saws attached to them? We got to look that up after this.
Combat fighting.
Nice to meet you, by the way.
They were also used by soldiers for non-combative use, such as opening cans and toasting bread. Machine guns of World War I were modeled on...
Hold on, I know I'm pausing a lot, I'm sorry. This is like the shit that that tech companies have been pitching, like horrible weapons that'll ruin the fucking planet. Like, you know what I mean? Like pitching the bayonet as like perfect for stabbing your toast to be able to toast it over an open fire. That's how people now pitch like man-made monstrosities beyond your comprehension, like the robot dog. They're like, look, it's cute. You can put a little hat on it and walk it around the city. And then like 5 years later, you see a video of like a huge ass assault rifle attached to the top of the dog, and you go, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. It's like if they started pitching like the nuclear bomb, the perfect table to eat with your family at dinner. Like, you know what I mean? POV, yeah, Tech Bros, yeah, exactly.
Hands and toasted.
Yeah, this nuke can cook a pizza. Yeah. I'm so tired of motherfuckers like pitching technology like that. This nuke is perfect for being your newest tanning bed. Motherfucker, you designed that to kill people. I see you. You want a military contract. You think I'm fucking dumb. You think I'm dumb. Look at our robot dog. It's so cute. Look at our Waymo technology. It's awesome. You want a military contract. All right, sorry. Let me shut up. Let's continue.
Braille. Machine guns of World War I were modeled on Hiram Maxim's 1884 design, with a sustained fire of 450 to
Holy girth. Oh my God, what a chode.
600 rounds per minute. Waves of troops could be cut down. Put simply, the machine gun could have the same worth as 80 rifles. Noteworthy weapons include the heavy machine gun used by Germany, the Maschinengewehr 08, the LMG used by British forces known as the Lewis.
Oh my God, dude, old guns look so fucking cool. I feel like new guns look lamer because we got better at like optimizing technology so it needs less metal. Those things look tough. Dude, I gotta be honest. Let me know if anybody in here relates to this. What's up, Saint? Nice to meet you. POV, Jehovah's Witnesses joining the military. There is a constant war inside of myself between woke me that is anti-war and anti-really anything that's designed to kill people, and then like 5-year-old boy me that just thinks like shit exploding and being destroyed is so cool. You know what I mean? It got instilled for me from Nerf, brother. Like, I got that, the Nerf propaganda got to me. I was in there buying the bolt action Nerf rifles, man. Now I have a hard time. Now I look at weapons designed to atomize people in third world countries, and I go, I know this shouldn't exist. This is horrible. It absolutely should not exist. But I go, holy fuck, God, the design looks cool, and then I feel shitty about thinking that. You know what I mean? Pulling out a fat log during World War I and just mowing down the ops. Yeah, exactly. It must have been so, like, sort of, it must have been pretty easy to fight the war, like World War II. I think of all wars, that must have been the most morally justified war that's been fought. Although, I don't know a lot about world history, so maybe I shouldn't say that. Look up trench sweeper. Is that like the people with the flamethrowers? I will look that up, though. I got an edit for you in Creative Corner. Okay, word. Love the thought of the dude sitting at a machine gun going la-di-da-di-da in like 1902. That must have been hella easy just in the back line with this big ass fucker. Everyone else got hella inaccurate bayonets just trying to get close to you to stab you like they're the fucking Romans. You know what I mean? Nah, the war crime stick. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, all weapons kind of are just the war crime stick that you can boil all guns down to that.
Gun, which featured a top-mounted pan magazine, and the BAR, or Browning Automatic Rifle, which was used late in the war by U.S. forces and was quicker to reload than the Lewis or French shotgun. The submachine guns, such as the German MP-18, were used in the last parts of the war.
By the way, hold on. Can I just say this real quick? Because triangular bayonets are impossible to stitch up. What do you mean by stitch up? Expand on that. Nice to meet you, Better on Bread. Can I say this real quick? Did these helmets do shit? These look so fucking dumb. I don't know, like, I don't ride a bike with a helmet, and granted, not advice. It is not smart. If I was a soldier, I'd be like, I refuse to die with no swag. Like, I'm taking this off. I'm taking this off. It was for debris? Okay. Because if a bullet hits that, it's not like deflecting it, though. Right? A bullet's not gonna deflect off that shit. Your shit's gonna get pierced, and then you're gonna die with this stupid fucking hat on. Why is it shaped like that? They defend against shrapnel. Okay, good to know. So it's like grenade. It's to make sure you're not grenade fodder. Very basic shrapnel protection. Okay, military grade hard hat word.
War. The submachine gun was developed during the war as an effective portable firepower solution. They proved effective in close combat trench fighting by German stormtroopers.
They look so fucking dumb, though.
They proved effective in close combat.
Look at this stupid hat, dude. The fit is ass. The fit is ass. I am a believer. Okay, you want to know the most? Bullets can bounce or recoil, dumbass. Okay, fair. The hat still looks like shit, man. You look like a milk dud. You want to die looking like a milk dud? Come on. Is no one thinking like me? You look like a dude in a fucking like half casual Toad cosplay. Like, I'm not fucking with it. It looks terrible. I thought the same thing when we looked over last military day. We were looking at the Navy at the naval uniforms that were in use through like the 1980s. Holy shit, they look like a bunch of twinks. And I know that's somewhat of a charged word, but it's apt, man. They were wearing like little like ascots. They looked like Fred, man. Navy uniform. What was that? Or no, was that like the 1960s? 1960s. They look like, bro. Bro, you look like One Piece fodder. No, matter of fact, One Piece fodder had better swag than this. Their little ascots and the little hats. You look like Chef Boyardee's summons. You know what I mean? Like, I don't fuck with it. Anyway, it's not intimidating, I guess is my point. Back to the video. I go gym tomorrow. I hit chest arms. They low-key kinda. What? The uniforms are low-key kinda? I disagree. I don't think they look good. Relic is making me suffer, and I'm sure that fucker is giddy about it. Making you suffer? What do you mean? Fred from Scooby-Doo head ass. That's what I'm saying, dude. Are you threatening to kill me, looking like a milk dud?
I
Yeah.
agree with Relic, and I have this whole time. Same thought process. If it's a traditional military uniform, it is what I wear. It's what I will be buried in.
Yeah.
It's what I will die in. It should have some swag.
Yes, I agree. Okay, good bits. I agree. Yeah, you should have some swag. You're gonna die in this. Let's just be real. This is trench warfare. You're dying.
Trench fighting by German stormtroopers.
Oh god, this one's the worst. Fuck.
Flamethrowers were a terrifying weapon, first brought to the battlefields of World War I by the German army. Tanks on the soldiers' back used nitrogen pressure to spray oil fuel, which was ignited as it left the muzzle of a pipe.
I have a drawing of this that I did right here. I don't know if I showed y'all this part of the. This is a mouse pad I drew as merch. A lot of the new people in here don't know that I'm an illustrator. But look, I drew these guys. This is the mouse pad that I'm going to be selling at some point. It's an animal war. Trench warfare, actually. Military day. Very topical. Maybe this can be the military day merch. Look, I drew one of these guys. Imagine looking up, and this is all you see. There would just be a black silhouette, flame raining down upon you, hell being visited upon you and your friends while you're in a little hole. Good God. Good God. Die in some Yeezys? Yes. Now y'all are siding with me. Now you get what I'm saying. Yeah, die in some Yeezys, man. Well, I don't know. Yeezys might be a little bit 2022, but like something cool. When I was a kid, I thought Animal Control used flamethrowers. Brother, for what? What do you mean? You thought Animal Control... I'm flabbergasted by that comment. You thought Animal Control came in and like caught rogue animals and just threw like a barbecue? Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? This week we had a bear that ate a kid. We euthanized it. We had 3 dogs that were running around with rabies. We cooked them all up. We're throwing a big block barbecue party. Relic, spot me $4,000 for an AR-15 build. Bro, I do not trust you with an AR-15. Who's your target? Who are you trying to get after? Bro thought Animal Control was Adam Smasher. Yeah. What do you mean flamethrower?
Grenades were used to clear out the enemy in their trenches and dugouts. They were either hand-thrown or fired from a rifle, and depending on the type of grenade, would either detonate on impact or via a timed fuse.
God.
The pistol was issued to officers, pilots.
Okay, pistol, that one's pretty basic. And club, what?
Lastly, we have the Trench Raiding Club, an almost medieval throwback. This
motherfuckers were getting Negan executed by World War I? Clubs were still, wow, I'm fast, that's really surprising. Clubs were still in rotation. Motherfuckers you're getting bludgeoned to death after the advent of the machine gun. That's wild.
Blade weapon was popular for trench raiding expeditions as a quiet way of killing or wounding enemy soldiers.
Ah, that makes sense.
Now you know about some of the weapons used.
If y'all had to pick, what would you want to be killed by? Like, okay, your trench is getting raided. Which one would be the optimal one to be killed by? I think I might go... I'm somewhere between gun and grenade. I think that's like the smart man's pick. You have Rifle, machine gun, bayonet. Bayonet's probably the worst. Machine gun, flamethrower is the worst. Grenade. Yeah, I feel like grenade would take you out quick. Because, like, people instant headshot, but you can't pick where you get shot. That's the thing. It's just you will get shot or a grenade will get thrown in your vicinity. Like, you can't fucking you can't, like, Fallout target the part of your body that they're going to aim for. It's just, like, how they're going to try to kill you. Shot? Bro, but what if you get shot in the gut? Like a gut shot. That ain't it. That's a terrible way to die. Grenade, though, can be pretty bad, too. If you just get, like, a bunch of shrapnel lodged in your, like, face and chest, like, that's not guaranteed to kill you, especially if you're if you're, like, 15 feet away or something. But you could get split in two by the grenade. That's what I'm saying. I think the grenade would be optimal. Because also, unlike any of the other options, with the grenade, you have the option to kill yourself. Because if the grenade lands on the ground, you can just jump
Goodbye,
on it.
Relic Chan. I am going to IHOP with my family. Sad it's not Goth IHOP.
Good God. Well, enjoy yourself, man. Have a good time. And it can become Goth IHOP if you pull up with Goth vibes. So I don't know. Maybe dress up in the Catboy VTuber fit. Porn costumes. What are we talking about? I honestly want to do club because then I could fight back at least. Okay, if the hypothetical is that you could survive the situation, because that's not the hypothetical I'm posing. The hypothetical I'm posing is you are going to die. How would you want to be killed? If the option is, they're going to try to kill you in this type of way and I can fight back and try to survive, I don't know that club would be the move either, because they'd only use the club if they snuck up on you. Like, they're not going to get out in front of you and, like, some fucking John Wick scene be like, have at thee. Like, no, they're just going to shoot you in the fucking face. I think if it was an encounter I'm trying to survive, I'd probably go... Shit. If it's an encounter I'm trying to survive, I'd probably go pistol. I think I'd go pistol. Because there's no guarantee... Like, I feel like back then, you guys can tell me that I'm wrong, but, like, the calibers weren't that insane on pistols. Am I wrong on that? And also, if they don't shoot me in the gut or head, I could be fine. So I'd go pistol. Instant vaporization via direct hit of a 42 centimeter artillery gun. Have at thee. Bow, bow. Yeah, exactly. No one's doing that. They're just shooting in your shit. They're still using 9mm or like 45 long Colt. Yeah, I mean, I'm still getting fucking shot. But like, if they didn't shoot me in my gut or head, I feel like I'd be fine. Okay. Let's go to the next video. I want to pull up the trench warfare video that I found before I started stream. Because we've been talking about trench warfare this like entire time. Why the trenches were the most dangerous job in World War I. This is like a 20-minute video. Just weave. Dude, how many people you think died? Bro, how many people you think died looking floppy as hell after The Matrix came out? Because they were like, maybe I'm Neo. You're like a gang member. You're about to get your shit absolutely blown down. They pull up on you fucking... Hey, we got your ass, fucking whatever. You try to hit the, oh, embarrassing. They're like, why he start doing free-form dance? His last moments, it looked like he was trying to do a dance for the rain god, dude, for like a bountiful harvest. What the fuck? Hitting like, what the hell? You better play Nuclear Option. It's so peak. Nuclear Option. I'll look that up. I've never heard of it before. Hold on, let me type it in right now. Nuclear Option. Nuclear Option. What is that? Ooh, it's a plane game. I'm down. That looks cool. It's like a dogfighting game. Looking like Squidward. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, a bunch of... After The Matrix came out, I guarantee for like 5 years, there were dudes getting shot just looking like that Squidward moment in their last moments of life. I'm going to hunt you down. Brother, I'm going to hit the fucking... I'm going to start wiggling and that ain't going to work for you. I'm going to be shaking my titties.
Take a shot with me, pretty please. Also hold my hand, pretty please.
I don't want to take another shot. I want to wait till I get drunk later. I'm so bad at Battlefield. I'm going to get really fucked up the second that we start playing that. Although, I could take another shot. Also, y'all want to know what I found? Okay, yes, I'm corny. Yes, I'm corny. Yes, I'm corny. However, I'm in the process of quitting. However, I don't have any chaser for my vodka. And guess what I found? I found a 1-year-old. As I was cleaning my room because I'm moving out, I found a 1-year-old Blinker Geek bar. Oh my god. Don't start to do nicotine or stuff or whatever. I don't want to influence people. But this is the only chaser I have for today. LLL. Hey, it's fine. I'm going to throw it out after stream. I found it right before stream. We're fine. Put the vape juice in the vodka. Capital L loser. I'm throwing it away after stream. Bro, y'all tell me to do meth. Highly recommend watching Kings and Generals video about the Battle of Shanghai Warehouse. It's peak. Okay, I'll type that in right now. W. There we go. Finally, we got some people who want me to get lung cancer. Thank you. Thank you. Don't worry, guys. I'm quitting. Just the second. This is literally like it's been like a month. I want to say like a month. And I'm going to throw this out after stream. It's fine. One last little hoorah. I'll only smoke from a really fruity pipe. What does that mean? You got the dude. I made fun of Sato because Sato had a vape pipe. Dude, I said this last time, but looking like Gandalf that listens to Netspend, dude. Vape pipe. Fuck this shit, man. You look like Gandalf that listens to Slayer, dude. You look like Gandalf with a subscription to SoundCloud. This type of shit. Bro, hell no. Hell no. I do not like this shit. You look like a metrosexual Sherlock Holmes, man. Sherlock Holmes that wears skinny jeans, bro. Fuck no. Fuck no. Fuck no. I've gotten multiple women from that pipe alone. Fuck those women, too. Corny. Talking about some throwing L's my way, bro. You have a fucking SoundCloud Gandalf pipe. Let's be real. I want to make a pipe, not the Sherlock. Yeah. Joe Rogan was smoked that BS. Yeah. Sorry, I'm being reactionary towards Sato because Sato typed L and now I'm being a bully. All right. Now, did you censor cursing or is that just on my end? I've certainly not censored cursing. Mahogany, 0 matches found. What is this? Oh, is this the vape? Are you over 21? Yes. This doesn't make it better. You just sent me a different colorway. Like, I'm going to be like, oh, oh, it's mahogany. Word. I see. So it's like, it pretends to be cut out of wood. Still won't take that damn shot. I will. I'm going to start the video, then I'll take it. Gang, please read my previous message. I don't want to seem like I'm spamming. What'd you say? Gang, it's 9. I'm off to bed. I'm going to college undeclared. Any advice? It is fine to be undeclared. We have sort of a social stigma that you need to understand exactly what you're doing in life, when you're young, and you really don't. I went to college for a semester after I turned like 21. I just worked for 3 years and it was chill. It was fun. You know, like the Thief of Joy's comparison. You're all good. It's matter of fact, I'd say it's better to go to college undeclared for a while, figure out who you are, and then make the decision about what you want to do with your life after you have a greater understanding of who you are. You know what I mean? Like making a decision based off of people pleasing or an assumption about how you're going to feel has led many people to working jobs that they're absolutely miserable in. Like most of my friends, to be honest, who just graduated college. Go look at my edit in Creative Corner. Okay, well, in a second. Beat up the biggest guy. Yeah. Or that. Go into school, find the biggest guy, and just pulverize his ball sack on the crest of your foot. I need you to look up how to punt a ball, how to toe punt a ball, and then just do that to his sack. Pinned. I don't give a fuck what you think. So many people love it. You're just old. Okay, sure. You're on me old, dude. You'd be getting glazed the most by like the lamest 33-year-old you ever met. That's who's gonna give you the most glaze for owning that pipe.
Not to mog or flex, but I have a goose-shaped pipe, a capybara, a frog, a pipe
That's
carved
cool.
out of bones, pipes made of stone, one of crystal, and I have a pipe that's really long and swirly. Cherry on top. I have a cow pipe with a nipple ring on the outer. Love you, Sado. I will touch you. Politely, Relic.
Holy shit, okay. Out of bones? A pipe carved out of bones. Well, like human bones? You might be the first person to really be smoking on somebody's pack. I have not heard of that before. I have a tinfoil pipe. I don't really have any cool pipes. I've never smoked out of I've smoked out of a pipe, but not cool ones. I can go through a Creative Corner real quick, and then we'll get back into the 20-minute video. Little fan art? Why'd you make me so moggy? You gave me the bike seat Timothy Chalamet face, dude. Looked like you could cut somebody in half on the bridge of my nose. Thank you. My current work in progress. So this looks cool. Good rendering. Why are you torturing your OC so much? One of my recent... Ooh, shit. Good rendering. This looks cute. It reminds me of the some of the Overwatch comic art style. It looks dope. Comic panel practice. Nice. Good job copying the Ryan Otley art style. Behold Chatterpie. Who is this? Okay, zoomed in on the bicep. What is it? Same thing, by the way? Is this the edit that I'm looking at of the anime girl with the big boobs? It is. Holy shit. What's the likelihood of someone taking one of these rounds to the face? What's the likelihood? Oh, my fucking chud ass camera. Hold on. Can I rotate it to where? What's the likelihood of someone taking a round that came out of this just like through their chest? Surely that's happened before, right? 0? No, not 0. Somebody standing on the bridge? A lot? See? Yeah, that's what I thought. Someone's on the bridge. It also would immediately cut through the metal. Point blank 0. No, I'm not saying point blank. I mean them shooting it at another ship. Not point blank. I thought you meant live. Oh. No, I have a slightly better understanding of the human anatomy than that. I do not think you could survive a shot from that. I just mean somebody getting hit by it. I've talked about that a bunch of times on stream, my fascination with, like, the fact that back in ye olden days, pirates were just taking cannonballs to the fucking cranium. Man, that shit blows my mind. Like, I can't fathom it. Motherfuckers, like, genuinely dudes in, like, the 1600s were getting toji'd by cannonballs. That shit blows my gourd. How do I join the Discord? You can, there's the link right there. Relic, have you ever smoked out a LeBong? A LeBron-themed bong? Oh, I wish. Did y'all see the La Hog? Dude, did y'all see the LeBron? Did y'all see the LeBron print? This shit is so crazy, LeBron fans. To be clear, I'm not actually showing you LeBron print. I'm showing you, this is just the pleats of his pants. But I unironically was seeing, like, LeBron...
Blew their mind to blew it everywhere.
I unironically was seeing, like, LeBron dick edits. There's a whole cock on my screen right now. I'm happy I'm not showing... happy I'm not showing my screen. You can smoke out of this bong any day. The Capybara bong. This is the stuff that made LeBron a baller. Dude, y'all know what I'm talking about? I can't find the image of it. LeBron with his wife on the carpet. Where's this shit at? There was an image that came out. Dude, look at this. It's just the pleats on his pants. But look how crazy this shit looks, bro. Hold on. Let me open it in another tab so I can show it better. It's so funny. It's just the way, it's just the pleats on his pants, but like it made him look like he's popping mad hog on the carpet. It's crazy. Damn, that's just the pleating on his pants. That is not LeBron's dick. I would have not have pulled that up on screen if that was LeBron's dick. I want to be clear, that is not the LeBulge. That is just the pleating of his pants. All right? Want to be clear. I've literally gone out to bars and concerts and people my age love it. Okay, you're still coping. You're still coping about the pipe. All right, what was I doing now? The video. Let's get into the video. Why the trenches were the most dangerous job in World War I. This is by the Infographics Show. This is giving, owned by private equity, but all love. Get that bag. I was grabbing my baked potatoes at the oven and I look up and see Lapenis. That was not the Lapenis, dude. That was a mirage of the Lapenis, all right?
Since the last time the Germans
The
tried
shot,
to drown
yeah.
your trench.
Shit! I need to turn you up.
Even though it's been days since the last time the Germans tried to drown your trench in poison, you can't get the acrid tang smell of the gas out of your nose. You were lucky that day. You'd been awake and on sentry duty, so you had plenty of time to throw on your mask, even as you shouted warnings to the others. But it's hard to shout in your gas mask and be heard. Even more so when the men in your platoon are sleeping in dirt holes dug a dozen feet into the French mud. You did your best, running from hole to hole, sticking your head in, but the gas beat you to many of the makeshift barracks. Heavier than air, it swamped the man-made caves, sleeping a dozen or more men, filling their lungs with...
Is that not optimal way to die in war? Was it painful? Wait, do y'all know if it was painful? Like, if you were asleep in your trench and then your shit got filled up with gas, it was a nerve toxin, right? Like, you wouldn't start feeling pain. You wouldn't wake up and be like, "Arr! Arr!" You would just slowly sort of, like, fade to darkness, right? No, what do you mean? It was painful? Your nerves would be on fire, bro. It made acid in your lungs! Let me shut the fuck up. Oh my god. Yes, you drowned from the inside out. Wow, 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 wow. Never mind. The infographics guy made this look peaceful. He looks like he's chilling, dude. This is how I look when I go to bed every single night. No, it melts your lungs. It wasn't a nerve killer. Oh, fuck. I thought it was just a nerve agent. Yeah, this is mustard gas. I'm a dumbass. I know what mustard gas does. Holy shit, that is so brutal. You think the scientists who like design, do we know who invented mustard gas? Like, did the scientists who invented all of these weapons, were they like genuinely like evil people who like wanted to hurt folks, or was it more like an Oppenheimer situation? Not that there isn't a conversation to be had about like being negligent morally, making you a bad person or whatever. Some maid probably. Wait, what do you mean? Are you trying to have like a woke moment about like how scientists constantly steal inventions from like women? You're like, and women can do war crimes too. That's the way the message reads. Runk, making more udon while watching you talk about people melting. Ooh, that's nice. You can really immerse yourself as you watch the smoke come off of your, or the steam come off of your udon. You can go, oh, this is how they felt. Except all that I'm going to get is delicious noodles, not a melted lung and face. The guy who made the machine gun thought it would mean less soldiers would go to war. Ah. Damn. Road to hell is paved with good intentions. Ammonia and bleach. Yeah, that's all it takes to make mustard gas, right? Some of them were made by accident. No shit. You stumble into a torture device? That's crazy. In which voice? Boiling mash, some shit from my stash. Soon your city stream will crash. What are you trying to... You're trying to witchcraft my stream? You're hiring an Etsy witch to curse me? Shows what he knows? Yeah, I don't know shit. Best prankle ever. I'm not clicking on another video right now.
With death. And that's why it's the sleeping that's the most terrifying part of the front for you. Other soldiers say it's the terrible barrages which can last days, and they're not wrong. When Jerry's working up for an attack, he can always tell, because the bombardment doesn't let up for a day or two, sometimes 3.
Holy
There's a hell
shit!
that pales in comparison to living through 72 straight hours of constant shelling. The never-ending cacophony breaks the men the artillery doesn't kill. But as long as they can still hold a rifle in their hands, they're good enough to be at the front, even if those hands are shaking so badly they can hardly aim. Barrages are bad, but the thought of waking up in a hole choking to death on poison gas terrifies you more than any German shelling.
Holy fuck. So you'd just be like sleep deprived as hell? You would come back and be like, yep, my best friend on my platoon was the Hat Man. They're like, there's nobody here with you. They're doing like a psych check on you, seeing if you lost your mind. You know, I think I might have lost my mind in the trenches if it weren't for the Hat Man. You know, our friendship really held me together. My God, what's up, hee? Nice to meet you. Also, the rats that would eat you alive. Jesus Christ. What's up, Count Trapula? Oof. Banger name. Good name. With the shit I've been through in fast food, I feel like I could easily body this shit. Damn. The McDonald's will prep you for anything. Sato, send that link later. So send it after I'm done with this video.
You can't help but think about it every time it's your turn to head down to your makeshift tomb and grab a few hours of shut-eye. As you slip into unconsciousness, you're all too aware that the next time you wake up, you could be fighting for your breath as poison destroys your lungs.
Damn.
But there's other dangers that'll kill you while you're sleeping. To protect from enemy artillery, the men of the front have dug themselves deep into the ground, and most of the time without any experience digging tunnels or anything of the sort, and with absolutely zero materials for reinforcement. Not that you'd find any anyways, every tree for miles around has been blasted into oblivion by years of shelling. All of eastern France is a moonscape of craters, punctuated only by the shattered trunks and limbs of a few trees to remain upright. stabbing up into the sky like broken skeletal fingers. There was a forest all across this land once. The green grass and deer and babbling.
Hold on, is what he's about to say is the trenches would collapse on the soldiers in the trenches? Holy fuck. So you're getting bombarded, you gotta worry about landslides, you're sleep deprived, your best friend on your platoon is the Hat Man. Wow. And at the end of the day, you're probably just gonna get killed by mustard gas at some point anyway when you like pass out from exhaustion. And no food. And you got wet ass feet. Just moldy, nasty ass trench foot, and you're being eaten by rats. Holy fuck. Mind you, all these people were like 18. I'm booming my shit. Exact. Yes. The more I'm learning, holy fuck, I am booming my shit. Wow. Not worth it. Also, it's so crazy to remember that like a lot of these people were like my age. They were like 18 to 22. Wow.
Brooks, now there's only mud, blood, corpses, and shit. Without the reinforcing planks, the tunnels and underground living spaces you construct are under constant threat of collapse. They're meant to protect you from German shelling, but in reality, run the risk of collapsing from even a glancing blow.
You just get buried
Sometimes
alive?
There's not even a need for artillery. With the wettest season on record for this part of France, some of the underground quarters simply collapse in a heap of mud, burying alive everyone sleeping inside. You've even heard of rivers of mud drowning men sleeping on the floor of the trench, completely overwhelmed and too exhausted to notice and wake in time. If this war's going to kill you, let it at least be the conventional way. That damned rain has only recently let up. Back home, you're used to heavy rains, but this is something else entirely. It's like the...
Hold on, wait, I need to Google something. All right, I don't want to seem crass or like, single note or anything, but like there is literally nothing that you could do to enjoy yourself in the trenches. So like, were these dudes allowed to jerk off? Could you, like, that's like the only thing I can think of that you could feasibly, like, would not be completely torturous about the trenches. Could you jerk off in the trenches, in the trenches in World War One? Could you? Of course they did. Yeah, but like, would your commanding officer be like, hey, knock it off? Was it acceptable? Not did they do it, like did they sneak it, but like was it acceptable? That's the question I'm asking. Okay, I found a Reddit on it. Was masturbation acceptable for soldiers in wars from 1914 to present? An All Quiet on the Western Front, which is a fiction written by a veteran of World War I, there's a throwaway line about the prisoners of war and that they didn't even masturbate anymore, so hopeless was their situation. Okay, so you could just be like, I'm gonna go in the hole. They probably literally had a goon cave. There was a goon cave that was a section of the trench. Interesting. Stop working your rifle. I mean, you probably would have optimized tech at that point with the bolt action motion. A good commanding officer would give you a hand. Yep. Boys, just bald. He's got that bald, like low taper fade. Boys, line up. Let's get working. Morale's been low lately. That's so gross. I mean, that makes sense. That makes sense. And also, credit to my point, actually, just to show that I'm not trying to think of a joke, but actually, it is true that a sign of good morale and keeping it up would be jerking off. That's like the only thing you have morale-wise. It's the only pleasant thing that you have. Bussy Jew, ew, good God.
The heavens opened up just on this one specific area of France, as if God himself wished to add to the hellish misery of the Western Front. Things could hardly get any worse, but you know better because they're about to get a lot worse. With a pause in the rain, someone up the chain of command decided this is it. This is the opportunity they've been waiting for. It's time to attack. The rationale is simple.
Jerking off my homies so they don't kill themselves mid-revolution. Dude, that probably is commanding officer tech, to call back to what we were talking about earlier. That's like a commanding officer that's worried about getting fragged. He's lining his boys up. Morale's been low lately, boys. Come on. Relic, can we do boat anime girls after this? Low key? Maybe. Depends on how long it is. I'm not as interested in the boat anime girls. Just because most of it is like Azure Lane. I'm interested in the boats though, but not necessarily looking at gigantic gyrating anime titties for like 15 minutes. Brunk, I'm streaming. You should take a peek. Brother, I will not. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't wish you the absolute best in your streaming journey, But I don't want to encourage self-promo in here, because otherwise people are going to come in and tell me to come like watch their video or their whatever all the time. So it's not that personal. I wish you the best though. Jarvis Joinkle his schloinkle. I mean, sure, if you want your commanding officer to have a little catchphrase before he jerks your shit, fine.
The enemy must be as miserable as you, and after nearly drowning in mud and piss in their trenches, surely the last thing they'd be expecting or even ready for is a full-force assault across a wide section of the front. Hell, maybe they're right. After all, it's certainly the last thing you would expect them to do, probably because it's such a goddamn stupid idea. Orders are orders, though, even when they're suicidal, which really makes you think, and you and the hundreds of your fellow soldiers are all armed to the teeth. Who exactly would stop you all from simply refusing the obviously suicidal order to attack? You shake such a treasonous thought from your head and double-check your equipment for the 19th time. You're not carrying much, you never...
Bro, lean into the treason. Fuck this, man. Fuck it. You are literally like 18. Defect. Go home.
...do when you go over the top, because you don't really need much. When the war first started, both men ordered their infantry to assault with full packs on their backs, expecting to take large tracts of land at a time, which would require the men to dig in and live off their own supplies until new supply lines could be linked up with the front. Machine guns and miles of trenches put a real quick stop to that thinking. Now advances were measured in dozens of meters, sometimes even 100, if things went incredibly well. If anyone wanted to resupply a successful assault, all they really needed was a strong pitching arm to lob fresh ammo over to the next trench. In some places, opposing trenches were barely a basketball court's width away from each other.
Wow!
And people shot each other with pistols, not rifles. As you prep to go over the top, you'll only be taking the absolute short-term essentials. That means helmet, rifle, bayonet, ammo pouches, canteen, knife, and gas mask. You're not important enough to get a pistol for a sidearm. Typically only officers get those, but as officers die or enemy officers are killed, more and more rank-and-file grunts are picking them up for themselves. You want to leave the heavy wool jacket you're wearing behind, but it helps protect you from mustard gas, and the nights get really cold out here on the front. You just hope that wherever you end up tonight, back here in defeat or in the enemy trench in victory, you have a chance to dry it off over a fire. Unlikely again, as there's no wood to be found anywhere.
Also, in no man's lands, when they would like run over from trench to trench and they were in no man's land, would there not be a bunch of like their actively dying comrades laying right there? Am I right about that? Isn't that a thing? Or was everyone in no man's land generally like fully dead? There were. Oh God. That's so much worse. So you'd be rushing through and you'd see like potentially like a person who's like a close friend of yours like on the ground like, oh, and you'd still have to run over like fully locked in. Wow. Holy shit. I don't think I'd be able to focus like that. I think the second I saw someone that I like care about even a little bit on the ground with their shit blown off, I'd be running to them. And then I'd quickly get my shit blown off too. Damn, even people on your own team had a chance to steal your loot if you got shot. Yo, that's a nice pistol. Yeah, dude, fuck it. A corpse is a loot box. In a survival situation, a corpse and everything on it is loot. Gotta be. I've always felt that way. I don't judge anybody. Like, if you're in a survival scenario, I think the desecration of a corpse is a thing that doesn't exist. It's free game. It's free game to fucking eat a guy, in my personal opinion. When people crash on that mountain, and they were getting a lot of shit for like eating some of the passengers that had died in order to survive, bro. There's literally not even a smidgen of a moral question there to me whether that's okay or not to eat that dude. You know what I mean? And a little, can you watch the video about the nuclear option? The game has depth, I swear. Maybe. Depends. I have a lot of videos that are being recommended right now. Check the hate edit. Give me a minute. Send it later.
Anywhere. You check and double check the rifle. Your literal lifeline out here on the front. One unlucky jam at the wrong time and you're as good as dead. It's not just a good routine though, it's calm. Checking your rifles in working order gives your anxious mind something to do, and a little bit of peace and security in a chaotic world. You can't control the war, you can't control who is or isn't shooting at you, but you can keep your weapon functioning. Suddenly, a loud piercing whistle breaks the stillness of the early evening air. Like floodgates bursting in a storm, more whistles quickly join in, immediately followed by the roar of hundreds of human voices. It's time. And without even thinking, you're already up and over the top. Your voice joins in the battle cry, though you're not sure if you're roaring in victorious defiance or screaming in a blind panic. To be fair, there's plenty of both going on all around you. 5 meters, 10 meters, 15.
Is it like a requirement for commanding officers who have to be the dudes yelling the most to sound cool? You know what I mean? Like, I gotta be honest, I feel like I have a pretty good commanding officer voice, especially if I like lean into like the deep, oh, like war, charge, like whatever shit like that. But what if you're a dude with like a bitch ass voice? Like, can you become a commanding officer if you have a bitch ass voice? If you're like, charge, boys, raid the trench. I mean, like if your shit like squeaks like that, I feel like you'd be bad for morale. You want your commanding officer to sound manly. Pete Hegseth, yeah, exactly. Like Pete Hegseth is very like chud vibes. Like he would not be someone who I would follow into war. People have to because he's like, head honcho around there now, but like he has bitch vibes. You know what I mean? Historically weren't a bunch of officers rich nepo babies? Surely that's not true. Cuz commanding officers still had to be up there on the front lines. I mean, they weren't gun fodder in the way that like soldiers were, but they were still in the war. Like if you're a rich nepo baby, you'd just be a fucking general. You'd be back there like I'll fact check it though. Were commanding officers rich nepo babies? Let's see. But I don't think so. I don't think that would make sense. I think they'd be generals. What? Why did this auto-corrected to did Common serve in the military? No, the rapper Common did not serve in the military. What the fuck is that? Why did that? Officers were commanding. How did that happen? Were commanding officers rich nepo babies? How competent were military commanders who got their positions solely based on nepotism? I guess there was. In 18th and early 19th century Europe, where a lot of generals and field marshals got their positions because they were members of the nobility. Wow. So you're right. A little bit older than 19th century. That is more recent than I thought that nepotism like soldiers would be the case, like commanders who were actually on the battlefield. Runk, can we do an archaeology day sometime soon? Maybe. I'd be down. You ever play Helldivers, Runk? Yes, I did. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I played it a long time ago though, when it had hype. 10K on red, 10K on red. What are y'all betting on? Are y'all just gambling? Is this wealth redistribution that's going on up here? Runk, can we do a Terraria Calamity Day? What does that mean? What is Terraria Calamity Day?
15 meters. You estimate your progress as you join in the battle cry. How many meters to the enemy lines? Was it 100 or 150? How much further to relative safety? It doesn't matter. Because on your next step, your boot sinks into the soft mud all the way to your ankle, and you go tumbling down on your face. It's a wonder you didn't snap your ankle, but the accident saves your life because a breath later, and a German machine gunner opens up on the far trench, unleashing a blistering wall of lead on the advancing infantry. Men are cut down mid-charge by the dozens as machine gunners sweep in wide arcs, unleashing death to the tune of hundreds of rounds a minute. Ahead of you, like...
Holy shit, bro. Spider-Man. Flank Punisher. Spider-Man. Get on the back line. Sorry, that's a stupid joke. A little bit of a Marvel Rivals humor. For the people who play Marvel Rivals. All right.
Stars twinkling evilly in the dark, hundreds of muzzle flashes from machine guns and rifles spell out death for the attackers. But sitting in no man's land is not an option, because you know exactly what's coming next, and you're not disappointed. With a sickening thump, German trench mortars begin their horrible work. Shells land amongst the advancing soldiers, blowing limbs off and killing others with shrapnel. Staying low to the ground might seem like the safer option, but the only real safety is to get across no man's land.
LARPer? Yes. I've played Marvel Rivals for a total of 2 hours.
Low to the ground might seem like the safer option, but the only real safety is to get across no man's land and into the enemy trench where machine guns, mortars, and artillery can't reach you. At least then you only have to worry about rifles and knives. So you struggle to pick yourself up, tugging at your damn foot, now buried to the shin in mud. With a sickening squelch, you pull your foot free and straight out of the boot, which remains buried a foot deep. To hell with the boot. If you don't start moving and start moving now, a missing boot will be the least of your problems. You pick yourself up and start hobbling forward again. Running is impossible. The thick mud makes it a chore to move at any amount of speed. And looking left and right reveals that you're not the only person battling to free limbs from the thick, soupy mud.
Oh my god. Bro, I would get so pissed off if I had some Looney Tunes ass child cartoon quicksand ass fucking death. Fuck you mean I just started sinking? I started sinking on land, and then I'm just gonna get my shit domed by some German with a rifle. Fuck. Fuck that. Also, running around in the mud with your foot out, and your best option is the equivalent of what the Mandem and Brixton be bragging about. Motherfuckers with bayonets. Brixton bullies. Your best option is to go into the enemy trench, kicking it with the Brixton bullies, where you're just gonna catch a big ass fucking bayonet blade through the chest, straight up shish kebabbed, looking like carnival food, meat on a stick. Holy shit! Quicksand, then a 7.62 to the dome. Yeah, bro. Oh my god, you're like halfway through like brutal, realistic military execution. And something that Wile E. Coyote would try to do to the Roadrunner. Like, that's so fucked up. Wow. You know the long history of Russia and vodka and the tragedies tied to it? What, you mean alcoholism? I don't know. I don't know specifically. Or like the vodka trade? You elaborate on that a little bit more. I'm curious. Choose a prediction. It's up to you. Who will I give the money to? This could potentially be incredibly large wealth redistribution to new chatters. I can't see who bet on what, but I did see there was a decent amount of runk racks on the line. Okay, we got 54% on red, 46 on black. There are 8 people on red and 6 people on black, meaning that the people on black have more money. Congratulations to red. Congratulations to red. I've selected you as the winner. Enjoy your bits. Or not bits. They're not bits. Whatever they're called. What do I have them called? Runk racks. Enjoy those. Use them to assassinate people. That's basically the only bit thing that I have turned on right now that you can redeem. The only redemption point I have is that you can redeem time somebody else out in chat. So, if you want to assassinate somebody, you know, go for it. All right, let's get back into the video. I got distracted. My bad.
Looking left and right reveals that you're not the only person battling to free limbs from the thick, soupy mud.
Looney
Those men
Tunes
are
ass
easy
death.
targets, though, especially once the sky lights up with illumination flares fired from the German mortars and artillery. German snipers pick off the stuck soldiers like mice caught by a glue trap. It's a wonder the machine guns haven't found you yet, even as you can hear the sickening splat sound of the rounds impacting the thick mud around you. Nothing you can do about it, though, so you push the thought out of your mind and continue running forward. But the damned mud is exhausting to work through. You can't. You have to take a break. You hurl yourself into a small shell crater, likely a previous impact from a large mortar. There's big shell craters all over the field around you, some of them from enemy or friendly artillery that fell short of their targets. Others were created on purpose and...
So would you not be in just like these weird little holes with like other enemies? Well, that should be awkward for a second. Like, what if, okay, you are in no man's land. You're crossing from trench to another trench. You see a mortar hole, and then you jump into the mortar hole. Could there potentially just be like another little enemy fucker in there just kicking it? Yes? Oh my god. That would be kind of awkward for a moment, no? You'd just be like 2 18-year-olds, and you're like, do we have to kill each other now? God damn. Wow. That would bum me out. Be like, I really don't. I went all in on red. Y'all are gambling again. Rubicon got assassinated. Then you knife fight, but often just went their separate ways because it wasn't worth it. Nobody really wanted to die. Oh, so that did happen where they would have an exchange where they're like, bro, we're both 18. We're presumably drafted and, you know, or maybe our financial situation's fucked up. So we had to be here. Let's not kill ourselves. And they would just like form pseudo, you know, sort of like a pseudo peace. Relic, you will see the fate of JFK if you step foot in the Providence of Cleveland, Ohio. Okay. Dear God, my frontal lobe will be goopified, apparently. After this video, watch my video because I'm steering this live. Okay. What is this one? The history behind the Conti collection. Okay, that's a bunch of cool boats and stuff. Word. All right. Let's get back into the trench warfare video. Motorhole in World War III. Yo, you goonin'? Yes, sir, bet. That'd be so awkward. I mean, no way. You think, no way dudes were jerking off with it all on the line in the mortar holes in no man's land. There's no way that was happening, right? Although, I don't know, there is the Pompeii guy who was jerking off as volcanic fumes filled his, like, hut. So, like, I don't know. Maybe that could happen.
in anticipation of an assault. They're meant to provide shelter for advancing infantry, give them a place where they can drop down into and recover for the final leg to the trenches. But you know better than to dive into one of the larger craters. It's been raining for days and all that water is collected inside many of the deep craters. There it's been churned together in a thick, soupy mud.
Gotta psych themselves up for combat. Yeah, dude. Bullets flying by, grenades exploding all around you. Zip. I'm putting it all on the line. It all comes down to this moment. That's crazy. I mean, I bet that probably must have happened one time before, just based off how many wars we've had. Please choose red again. I have 10K on the line again. Well, because you begged, that makes me want to go black.
You know better than to dive into one of the larger craters. It's been raining for days and all that water is collected inside many of the deep craters. There it's been churned together in a thick, soupy mud, a death trap for anyone seeking shelter. Not everyone is as keen as you, and men hurl themselves into perceived safety only to find themselves trapped in the mud. It's exhausting work to tear yourself free. You watch a man to your left, covered head to toe, struggling to free himself, only to get to the lip of the crater and have his head blown off. Some won't even make it that far, though, drowning in the mud. It doesn't help that the rain is starting to pick up again, slow and steady for now, but you know a torrential downpour can't be far behind. On the one hand, you're glad for the cover even a little bit of rain gives you. On the other, you know it spells doom for all the men stuck in the mud. The shell craters will fill up and drown every last one of them. Their only hope is that you can take the enemy trench fast enough to send help back for them. What has started as a massed mad rush for the enemy trench has largely been broken up into sporadic runs by smaller groups.
You know that's the ultimate rage bait, is almost making it to the trench and then getting your shit domed. Like, envision... Ugh. You have your like big gun. You just cleaned out your gun. It was filled with mud. You unjammed it. It's been a day of you crossing no man's land. It's been 24 hours just trying to cross like about a basketball court's length. Fucking covered in mud, human shit. You're only wearing one boot, lost it in the mud. Oh, you're about to make it. You get to the top, little German. Oh my God. I'd be so pissed off. I think if I started crossing no man's land, I might just want to get shot in my shit immediately. Like, I was watching one of the war movies about D-Day, and I think it was better to be the dudes at like the front of the boat when that shit just dropped down and you immediately were like, brrr, than to be the dude that like made it almost to the top of the beach and then you just got like got your cock blown off. You know what I mean? It's worse to be the second guy. Runk, if you enter Kansas, nothing bad will happen. Well, I appreciate it. It's nice to have one state that I won't be pulled apart in. Suzuki trying to goon in World War I. Write that one down. Write that one down, Sato. Save it for the next We Make Bad Boyfriend ASMR stream. That's a good one. Runk, choose black so a new stream watcher can get some stacks. Well, now you've also asked. I don't want to operate with bias. We'll see. I'm going to wait till the prediction goes down, and then I'm going to let my heart guide me. Sorry, just heard human shit. What's going on? Why is that what made you... Why is that what made you tune in? Your sleeper cell activation word is human shit? Sorry, I didn't know that the KGB were getting up to scat timing like that. I thought the Russians were kind of clean. What do you mean? Wheel of Names. What do you mean, Wheel of Names? If you enter Alabama... Okay, that's just a bunch of death threats. Oh, wait, no, this one's nice. If you enter Alabama, you'll be treated with love and respect. You can tell when it's a first-time viewer because they're being kind.
Some of them even make it, diving into the enemy's trench and blessedly reducing the volume of fire, murdering you and your friends still out in no man's land. A lot don't even make it halfway. You, though, you've made it halfway, and you're determined to make it all the way. Ahead and to your right, another soldier is huddling in his own crater, and you both catch each other's eye as you survey the hellscape around you. With an unspoken nod between you, you both leap up and begin the dash to the enemy anew, emboldened by each other's presence. He takes 3 steps before a machine gun round blows his left hand off. He stumbles forward in shock and goes to scream, but more rounds stitch a pattern up his chest. You don't even hear him hit the ground as you rush past and dive into another shell hole. Someone's screaming so loud it's actually overpowering the machine guns and mortars. When your voice finally breaks, you realize it's you. A series of explosions ahead of you snaps you out of the dazed reverie inside your all-too-shallow hole. Somewhere not too far ahead, men have run into the enemy's barbed wire fortifications. These have been set in rows of 3s a few dozen meters ahead.
Oh my God, bro, try hard. Try hard. Barbed wire? Barbed wire. Holy shit, dude. You just blew off my homies. You blew off my homie's jerking hand. That's the one thing keeping him through the war. Then straight up gave him holes all through his chest, looking like the goddamn buttons on a snowman. Then you gotta put a barbed wire. That's so try hard, bro. The Germans were so goated at trench warfare. I'd be so pissed off. If I got to that shit, I'd be like, are you fucking for real? Are you serious? I think I would start to get whiny. I'd be like, whoa. Like a kid who's like feels like the game is unfair. Trench warfare when I haven't taken a shower in 53 years. Stench warfare. Hey man, you might be violating a Geneva Convention at that point. I think that qualifies as au naturel mustard gas at that point. I think that's just, that's au naturel neurotoxin. Black is 1.1, 1.4 red. Okay, I'm not gonna read that. Couldn't one guy just bring a carpet to get over the wire? That is a good point. Yeah, you could go for the fucking Fight Club tactic. Trench warfare when I need to poop. Clench warfare. Ooh, banger. I like that one. Relic, imagine you live in a city single bedroom, half bath apartment. That's the Allies' trenches. The Germans were basically living in McMansions. Holy fuck. Wow. Yeah, that would be so upsetting. I have to poop? Brother, engage in some clench warfare. Or take me to the toilet with you and I'll be your co-pilot. Said that many times before, brother. I've been on the internet for a minute. All right, bunch of folks been watching me from their porcelain throne, and that's okay. I feel no particular way about that. After World War I, Burton and America made ugly laws for disabled veterans coming back that if your disabilities and injuries were too grotesque, you couldn't go out during the day. Imagine doing all this shit and then being told by the government that you're not allowed to go outside. Holy fuck. Our government was being run by looksmaxers? What the you're too chopped. Sorry, your face got blown off by a hand grenade. It's filled up with shrapnel. It's disgusting, all right? The left side of your face looks like a bowl of fucking gruel, buddy. Nope. Get back inside. Check DMs. I swear to God, this better be important. This is about fucking predictions. Fine. You're begging in private. The brave ones have the strength to beg in public. Beg in public, Sato. Beg in public, Sato, and I will grant your wish. I want you to make your bias known. Chunky salsa? Yeah, exactly. The left side of your face is looking like a party dip that would be brought to like a high school reunion. Don't come outside. You look disgusting. When you came over, I damn near reached for my Tostitos scoop chips. Leave the premises. How do you eat? What do you mean? Me? Or are you talking to the soldiers with the blown up faces? It's pretty fucked up, man. Sorry, I'm just guilt tripping you. Fine. I will pick black. The disfigured soldiers actually popularized plastic surgeries and led to the first bottom surgeries because of the money brought in. What? No way. By bottom surgeries, what do you mean? Like rebuilding penises? What does that mean? Or because they weren't doing were they doing transitions? I really don't think there was our society was progressive enough back then for that, no? Or do you just mean like the removal of a disfigured penis? What do you mean specifically by bottom surgeries? Yeah, I know they eat through the giant hole in their chest. Oh, fuck. Damn. That's fucked up, bro. That is true. They do have the hollow deposit box now. They got the Arankar deposit. They eat like a mailbox. You just open that chest up, put that shit. Direct delivery, brother. You don't gotta go through the delivery system. Transgender surgeries. Really? Well, I guess that makes sense because there were transgender people back then. I'm thinking about it like it wasn't a social taboo, which it probably still was back then. Like, was there No, no way. World War. That's actually cool queer history. Let's look that up real quick. World War One. Soldiers. Disfigured. Helped advance bottom surgery. I didn't know that. That's really cool. I've watched all my money go in seconds. Hey man, that's part of being a gambling man. Pioneering reconstructive surgery on disfigured soldiers during World War I had a direct foundation for modern bottom surgery. Surgeon Sir Harold Gillies, or Gillis potentially, revolutionized facial reconstruction for injured troops and went on to perform the first female-to-male gender affirmation surgery in 1946. Holy shit. That's really cool. Shout out to Sir Harold Gillies or Gillis. Don't know exactly how to say that. That is dope, though. Famous surgeons who made money went on to invent trans surgeries. That is awesome. W knowledge. What's up, Mark? It's been a while. Hey, what's up, Agatha? How you doing? We're learning about war right now. We're learning about how fucking ass it is to be in trench warfare.
Head of the enemy's trench and are meant to slow infantry down and make them easy pickings for machine guns and rifles. Mortars and grenades can even be dropped directly on top of them and do little more than turn the neat rows of barbed wire into a single twisted mess of gouging steel. They might be even better at their job this way. There's 3 options for dealing with barbed wire. Well, technically 4, but number 4 involves you getting blasted as you try to figure out a way through it, and nobody likes that option. Number 1 is to cut your way through with wire cutters. This is an excellent way of dealing with barbed wire, if it wasn't so damn slow. Each strand has to be cut individually, clearing a path for the rest of the assault. It's so painstakingly slow that wire cutters are only brought on an assault as a last resort. Options 2 and 3 are preferable. Instead, saboteurs will often try to sneak across no man's land in the dead of night and snip the wire under the cover of darkness in advance of an assault. Sometimes they even survive the attempt.
Why not the blanket tech? I feel like the blanket tech is optimal. Do the Fight Club method. I kind of agree with that. Although it is more to carry. But if you had in your backpack, they'd have to be thick carpet though. No, let me shut the fuck up. I don't know what I'm talking about. These people would have thought of it. If it worked, these people would have thought of it.
Option number...
Me when I nut and it's cream cheese. Huh? What are we talking about? That's reminding me of the clip where Josh Block is trying to type on his phone and it's just a block of cream cheese. I feel bad for Josh Block, but that is a hilarious clip. To be fair, they didn't have Kevlar fibers. Yeah, if it worked, they would have been doing it. They would. It's the most obvious thing. If you had to get over it, cover it. If they weren't covering it, then that means they couldn't. Plus, water would be wet, making it heavier. Yeah, it'd be. Whoa, that's a great point. I didn't think of that. That is true. Functionally, you'd be turning yourself into a sponge. Yeah, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. Good point. That's why you have a dedicated carpet guy on the squad. It's just a bunch of dudes covered in like infantry shit, and then one dude that looks like he's selling Persian rugs on Etsy. It's fucking, what the hell? Yeah, you got like a whole military here. You got like a whole military platoon here, and then one motherfucker that pulled up looking like Aladdin with just hella carpets. What the fuck is going on? His grandma made him. That, you know what? I mean, if you were gonna do it that way, having a carpet guy would be optimal. Although immediately immediately the Germans or whoever's on the other side would be like, yeah, first things first, snipers, pick off the guy carrying the large red Persian style rugs. All right, it's not hard to where swallow him. It's a barren land, and then any dude who's carrying rugs that give off vaguely East Asian vibes, dome his shit. Water would be wet is killing me. Wait, did I say water would be wet? Oh my god. I'm sorry. Sometimes I misspeak. I meant the carpets would be wet. It's a good point that the water would turn the carpets into functionally like gigantic fucking 90-pound water bags. Just take one of the dead bodies and use it as a carpet. You know what? I mean, if there was a dead body directly in front of you and you had the strength to toss him on there, that's not terrible tech. It's morbid. Water is wet. Are y'all trying to have the hypothetical argument about if water is wet or not? We can have that discussion. I'm of the opinion that water is wet. Do y'all agree or no? Do y'all think water's wet? I believe that a water molecule isolated is not wet. However, to be wet is to be in proximity and touching other water molecules, which a molecule of water is. Water, by definition, is plural. That is a bunch of water molecules, right? So they're touching other water molecules, so they have to, water's wet. Get back to the video, fucker? Yeah, I will. You're right.
Number 2 is to use explosives. The British have developed a special type of explosives called the Bangalore torpedo. Doesn't look much like a torpedo, so no clue why they named it that. All it is really is several links of explosives inside metal tubes, which can be screwed together. Then a sapper simply shoves the links of pipe through the barbed wire, lights one end, and finds whatever cover he can. The resulting explosion blasts the barbed wire apart, creating a neat channel to pour through and pass the obstacle. Option 3 is almost as bad as Option 4, but better than Option 1. For everyone except you, of course. If there's no wire cutters nearby, no explosive charges, or you're simply taking casualties at a truly frightening rate, then it's up to some brave soul to simply hurl themselves onto the barbed wire and allow his buddies to use him as a human bridge. This is surprising.
Oh! Oh my god, it's like the corpse idea, but worse. Motherfucker, get the dead guy to do that. Get the dead guy. Get the fucking dead guy. I guess that is the tech, is you just throw a dude on there and turn him into a human bridge, but why not throw the dead guy up on there? I mean, presumably there would be a bunch of dead guys in front of the barbed wire. Check the hate edit. It's only 15 seconds after the video. We're trying to focus, dude. I'm already about to go on a tangent where I talk about something else for 5 minutes. We're locking in. I'm locking in. Dead people weigh more. But I feel like throwing the dead weight's super heavy to lift, so maybe that would get you super fatigued. But you are sacrificing a soldier when you throw him onto the barbed wire, because he's probably gonna get stuck and then get shot. I mean, take your clothes off and use that as a carpet. Dude, that'd probably be like sick intimidation factor on the enemy trench as well. Just swinging mad pole when you pull up. 2 poles. You got your blick, and then you also got your dick. You know what I mean? That could be good tech. Runk, I'm actively arguing with my friend. Is a tennis ball neon green or yellow? Neon green. Easily neon green. Captain butt naked strat? Yeah, not bad tech.
Surprisingly effective, but rarely ends up well for the volunteer who gets left behind, struggling to extricate himself from tangles of razor-sharp wire. Hopefully the assault is successful and your buddies can come back to cut you out. But if it isn't, well, you can only hope the enemy is merciful enough to put a bullet in you for a mercy killing. Beat slowly bleeding out over days on a tangle of steel. Sometimes, though, soldiers will bring heavy blankets to throw on the barbed wire and try to crawl over it that way. A few inches of blanket isn't nearly as protective, but it's better than nothing. Today, though, you're lucky. The sappers have actually survived the mad dash across no man's land, and a series of explosions blast a way through the obstacle. The good news is that the way through the jumble of razor blades is clear. The bad news is the breaches in the wire make for very narrow funnels through which dozens of men must pour through.
Oh, fuck. So you're building a funnel that the people can shoot at. Oh my god. Damn. So you're literally James Bond introing yourself, putting yourself in the fucking barrel of the enemy's gun. Damn. I didn't even think about that. That's so true. You're just lining yourself for like a bump, 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 bump. You're putting yourself in the corpse production line, dude. Relic, please kiss me. Huh? That's rare from a first-time chatter. Wow. Wow. Mods, shoot me up with the syphilis and chlamydia shots first. We're gonna poison this guy. Relic, can we look at my video after this? Yes. Although I'm gonna watch the hate edit after we watch the end of this video. Get a big fork and wrap up all the barbed wire like spaghetti. That is fantastic tech. I didn't think about that. A student of King Batch, I see, with comically large spoon. It's the disciple, okay, sort of a branch off from the big spoon martial art. Now he has brought the big fork, and that is optimal World War I trench warfare tech. Came from YouTube. Word! Nice to meet you. Happy to have you, man. It's just gonna be Gassy Bowser again. What do you mean? We're gonna have a new Gassy Bowser? Relic, oh King, how was the video, King? The video, Femboy Body Inspector. Bruh, I'm not, I don't know who you think I am, but I am not that, okay? I make no claims to that title. I make no claims to that title. It's forever, okay. I was gonna say, you don't have a first-time chatter thing. Use the big fork to barbed wire like a club. Oh my god, y'all are geniuses. Holy shit. That's kind of bad for y'all to be geniuses at trench warfare like that, because the second a time machine is invented, your ass is going back and you're fighting in these wars. They're like, yeah, we want to beat the Nazis again, but we want to make it more efficient. All right? It's a little bit embarrassing looking back on world history. So bring you and your big fork back to the past and wrap this thing up. World War II would have been quick if I was there. Oh my God. Bro's pulling the Mark Wahlberg. If I was at 9/11, it wouldn't went down like that. All I'm saying is if I was at 9/11, it wouldn't went down like that. Only thing I fight for is relic, damn right. I'm giving cavemen LSD. I feel like cavemen were getting high as fuck already anyway. They were eating hella psychedelic mushrooms. All right, let me shut up. Resuming the video, let me focus. Fuck. Axis would have won if I was there.
Perfect targets for machine guns. But there's more explosions across the front and more breaches in the enemy's defenses. By the time it's your turn to dash past the...
Wait, what does Axis mean? I'm stupid. I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. I need to learn more about history. Nazi Germany, the King of Italy. The Axis is the... Okay, hold on. Jackson? Just for my own PR, I'm going to have to hit you with that. We're not fucking with the Nazis or about supporting Nazis. You're good, brother. I know that was just a joke. Crawl out of the trenches, though. But look at my skin. All right? It's easy for motherfuckers to misunderstand, to misunderstand who I am. So I gotta be hypersensitive around things like that. Jerkbot, get me the big fork. Oh my God, bring Jerkbot to the front lines. Get him to wrap up the barbed wire like spaghetti for you. World War I didn't have Nazis and World War II barely had trench warfare, you fucking dipshit. When I looked up the Axis powers, he said the Axis would have been there. There's literally no issue with what I said about it relating to trench warfare. He said the Axis powers would have won if I was there. And my brain went, I think that's the Nazis. Let me fact check if that's the Nazis. And then I looked it up so that I knew to time that person out, because I don't want people to think I'm a Nazi, because I'm a white guy that's funny on the internet, dude. That shit is dangerous, bro. Joe Bart is actively like, I'm like a far left socialist, and you got people out here being like, his girlfriend is mind washing him. He actually wants all immigrants to fucking be vaporized. You know what I mean? That's why.
I think the idea is he single-handedly would have been such a bad soldier on the right side that the bad guys would have won.
Oh, that's a good joke. I like that. You know what? I'm untiming out that guy. Untime out. Fuck, what was that guy's name? I can't remember it now. Shit. If any of my mods remember that guy's name, can you untime him out, please? Sorry, I forgot it. He was a first-time guy. All right, let's resume the video.
The wire, there's so many holes and the assault is so close that enemy machine gunners are having a hard time keeping up. Most of them have been firing nonstop for minutes now, pausing only briefly for ammo belt changes. Their water-cooled barrels are red hot in the dark and in danger of catastrophic overheating. Their accuracy is way off thanks to deforming the barrels, but at close range the machine gun fire is still withering. Your side is doing it though. Men are making it to the trench and hopping down. You can hear the muffled sounds of rifles fired inside 8-foot deep trenches and the screams of the dying and wounded. Just a few more seconds of running. You're almost there. You can feel machine gun rounds whiz by you with a sharp thwack. It's the sound of furious hornets flying by, but none manage to strike you. And then finally, you're there.
And then you get shot in the fucking face immediately. That is the worst thing. Yo, what's up, Chode McDick? Happy to see you. Crazy name, happy to see you. And then you get shot in the face. You get just absolutely, you get your forehead vaporized. Frontal lobe liquefied. Organs melted. The second you make it to the front of the enemy trench, there's just some little fucker spawn camping you, crouched down. Another little chuddy ass 18-year-old being like, just aiming up, right? This is the last thing you would see, because he would be scared shitless days of crossing the trench. The last thing you see is some little guy being like, last thing you see. God, frontal lobe just completely turned into liquid, brother. Wow, that'd piss me off so bad. He yells no scoped. Oh my God. I think this is the era that it would be worse to go to war in, because motherfuckers would be trolling. They'd be taking it super seriously, but like people were talking shit talk shit incessantly during war always, but I think the way that people talk shit now would be the most annoying. Okay, Runk, you can be entertaining now. I'm here. All right, Lord Iman, I'll lock in. Would you laugh if somebody got shot in the dick right next to you? Depends if I like them or not. If it's my commanding officer who's like an absolute shithead, then I would probably laugh. Yeah, I'd probably laugh. I would. If it was my homie, though, I would not laugh. That's a very serious issue. My homie is dickless. Oh no. You will be all forms of matter if you step foot in Cleveland, Ohio. Oh my God. Well, I got trench warfare going on in Ohio. Crossing the trench, we normally only be two.
Can you drink more, please? You're speaking too fluently.
No, later when I start playing the game. Crossing the trench, we normally only be minutes to hours, not days. Really? One, nice to meet you, Puglord. Happy to have you. I thought that sometimes when you're crossing no man's land, you can just get stuck there. Like, would soldiers ever get stuck in no man's land, trying to get to an enemy trench for days? Let me see. Yeah, it happens sometimes. It wasn't like the standard thing. I guess I'm talking about like a niche instance. If they got stuck, they died. Well, but you could absolutely hunker down for a day. I mean, I'm looking at it right now. Like if you like the British tank crew that survived 3 days trapped in no man's land. Like there are anecdotal things of people being stuck in no man's land and you're crossing to a trench and you live in the craters that were made by like, artillery rounds or whatever. Bye, B. Glizzler. Have a good one. Continue the video, bitch. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Let me shut up. Sorry. Speed up in this video so we can watch the other ones. Yeah.
You don't bother to climb down. You hurl yourself into the trench, smashing against the far wall and landing awkwardly on your back. Something soft has broken your fall, though, and as you twist and flail and try to stand up, you realize why you can't get your footing. You're standing on fresh corpses. You crawl forward and free yourself. The bodies are so covered in blood and mud that you can't even tell which side they belong to. Not that it matters, because nothing matters, but taking and securing this trench. You didn't run all the way across certain death in a muddy hell just to die now, and you sure as hell aren't running back through it all again either. A figure turns the corner of the trench and you are instinctively raising your rifle. Everyone is so filthy and looks so bedraggled that you both hesitate, unsure if you're looking at friend or foe. You're quicker to notice the pattern of the uniform underneath the grime and dirt than he is, though, and you squeeze the trigger. One German down, several million to go. The trenches are built with the occasional sharp right and left turn so as to create only small straight sections. This helps limit the damage from a direct hit inside the trench from an artillery shell. It also makes a twisting maze where every turn could put you face to face with death. More than once, though, you nearly blow the head off one of your own, with them returning the favor. You group up, though, running through the corridors of the trench. By the time
you gotta hit the R6 peak, bro. Watch a Jinxie stream. Yo, bro, I have played R6 and watched at least 5 Jinxie streams, bro. I'm fine. I'm surviving this.
You run into your fourth group of Germans, you're already given up your rifle. It's all but useless in the tight confines, and both you and your enemy fight with knives, clubs,
I am not missing the audio cues.
Even your bare fists. Outside the trench, it's the early 20th century, replete with the monstrous inventions of industrialized warfare that kill men at a rate that would have made Genghis Khan or any great general of antiquity shiver in envy. Here in the mud, it's war as man has waged it since antiquity, with sharpened metal, muscle, and blood. The rain is falling in earnest now, drowning out the sounds of the battle above and around you. Visibility falls. Your world is now nothing more than the few meters in front or behind you to the next bend in the zigzagging trench. You're exhausted, lungs on fire as you lift up your knife to parry a blow from a German soldier. It's a half-hearted parry, barely able to deflect the incoming attack, but that's okay, because it too was a half-hearted attack. Both you and your mortal enemy collapse into the mud, panting for breath. When people die, the bowels loosen, adding foulness to the blood.
Poop is everywhere, yeah!
Into a vile soup at the bottom of the trench. It covers you, seeps through your thick coat and uniform, but there's no room or energy to complain. Lying in filth and death, both you and the German soldier struggle to catch your breath, spent far beyond normal human capabilities.
God, just mud wrestling. Just mud wrestling and poop. Oh, God. God. There's something sort of like... That's fucking stupid. I'm not even gonna say that. You know what? No, I will a little bit. There's got to be some sort of like really intense, like raw human tension here. No, like in these moments where you're just exhausted and like you're sort of like disillusioned with what the meaning of the war is, and you're in like a one-on-one situation wrestling with a stranger trying to kill each other, you'd be like, what the fuck are we doing, man? Yeah, like a lot of y'all are in here saying I'd be bricked up. A lot of y'all would be like, yeah, let's be gay. Let's be gay, or let's drop these knives and just get butt naked and mud wrestle for real, boy. Come on, let's get cracking. No, but like I'd be like a really weird connection to humanity. I feel like I'm always down to be gay. If you step foot into this side of Kansas City, that is in Kansas, you will probably be shot dead. I'm not sure though. Okay, word. Adrenaline max. Yeah, that's true. You wouldn't even be thinking, really. You would have turned into like a machine that kills people at that point.
Other as you gasp for breath. There's an unspoken plea in each other's eyes. Wait, one more breath. Another. Okay, just one more. You're both silently asking the other for just a little more time. Why fight? You both were.
Oh, this is exactly what I was talking about. Yeah, I feel like that would be innate. Like the second you're in the trench and you're just mud wrestling one-on-one with another human being, I feel like the frivolous nature of war would bear its ugly head to you, and you would go, by God, what the fuck are we doing to each other? You know?
Wordlessly ask each other, what possible reason is there for us two, covered in mud and shit, to keep fighting? You're the first to put a stop to the silent conversation. You try and push the guilt away and out of your mind as your knife sinks deep into his chest. But you have to look away as the knife does its work. Why keep fighting? I don't know. Because if I don't, maybe you'll let me live, but your friends probably won't. So I have to kill you, and all your friends. So there's more of my friends than your friends, and then I'm guaranteed to live. You pick yourself up off the muddied bottom and look up. A group of figures have turned the corner, rifles at the ready, but nobody fires. And as they get near you, you wipe the grime out of your eyes and realize why. They're friendlies. And more than that, their uniforms are relatively clean, which means one thing. They didn't cross no man's land hurling themselves into muddy death traps to avoid strafing machine gun fire and enemy mortars. They're reinforcements. The assault was a success. The enemy's guns silenced. How long has it been since the whistles? Couldn't have been more than 5 minutes. But one of the new guys tells you it's been nearly half an hour since the attack began. A half an hour. Impossible. But you take the news with a shrug of your shoulders.
Huh? A half an hour? All that is 30 minutes? Holy shit. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. In 30 minutes, you get traumatized for life, probably mutilated in some sort of way, and then our fucked ass, looks maxing ass government is going, nah, you're chopped. Your face looks like Fun Dip. Stay home. Holy shit. You came back from war looking like sentient sloppy Joe. Stay your ass inside. Holy fuck.
Miraculously, you aren't wounded, save for a few scratches here and there, but you are completely spent. You barely have the energy to stand, so you don't. You fall right where you are, and one of the new guys helps lift and drag you to a place of modicum cleaner than the muddy blood and guts where you fell. He breaks open a tin and pulls out a few pieces of cracker and salted meat. It's not much, but you devour it nonetheless. Then reach for the canteen at your side. It's gone though. Well, half of it at least. A piece of shrapnel or maybe machine gun fire sliced the thing nearly in two. A few inches over and it would have been your leg. With you bleeding out in a shell hole somewhere, your remains lost in the mud forever. The new guy slaps his canteen into your hand and you take big greedy gulps. When you're done, he takes it back and moves to place it back in his holder, but you smack his hand to get his attention. Grabbing the canteen again, you unscrew the top and stick it into the mud, letting rain fall into the canteen and slowly refill it. It's a bit of veteran knowledge, hard-earned from 6 months at the front. You never know which way the war's gonna go. Today's victory could be tomorrow's reversal, and in less than 24 hours you might be going over the top in the opposite way to escape a brutal enemy counterattack. You can't rely on resupply in these situations. No telling when you might be getting fresh water again. And that's when you finally take in the soldiers huddled around you in the trench, nervously fingering their rifles, trying to...
Just like the most fucked up relay race ever. Like your advancements on a trench wouldn't even be permanent. You could like lose all of your friends, have no sleep, be permanently traumatized, and then they just retake the trench again the very next day. Holy shit, man. How do they keep up any morale at all? They died for a few meters of land. Yeah, that's wild. That's so wild. I think I'm going to call the video there. Yeah, that's about the end of it. Shout out to the infographics show. That's very interesting. Relic, I love history and I can't wait for my future kids to read about what happens to you on August 12th, 2031 in future history books. Oh my god. Oh my god. This might be the most violent end I've ever been threatened with. My name will ring through the halls of history as a warning to the youth. By the gods! Oh my lord. How... I don't even want to know what'll happen. Matter of fact, keep it a mystery until I get atomized. Just let my shit be flayed while I'm mad confused. Okay, let me see what this hate edit is. Wait, you posted it on TikTok? This is on a public forum. Okay, Relic Blonde hate edit on TikTok. Let's see. Let's see what you cooked up. He is the shameful one. Torture him publicly before killing him. Jesus Christ. Oh my lord. The power of the Relic hate Discord is growing, apparently. Good to know. That is a message that I did not see yesterday. And they also added the anal pounding until explosion. That'll never happen. Evil Mr. Blue Sky, was that song? Half of the hate edit is just your face. Yeah. Damn, man, you're calling me chopped? Fuck, brother. Shit. That would be fucked up if it was the Relic hate edit and then it was just like a still selfie of me with some like stupid audio. Where can I join? No! We don't need more converts. Runk, have you ever played Grounded 1 or 2? I'd love to see you play those on stream. Maybe with Sato so there is convo. I have the game. I didn't really like it that much, to be honest. I mean, I thought the concept was cool, but it's unlikely that I'll play that again on stream, to be honest. I played Grounded 2 on stream a long time ago, like maybe 7 months ago or so. Boo! I know, I'm sorry. Don't worry, though. I'm sure there are other games that you like that I'll be playing on stream. My video now. Okay, this is the... Which one? Can you send it again? I lost the link somewhere. Did it open up on a different tab? Will you send it again? Deep Rock Galactica? Yeah. If I was going to play like a friend slop game, I'd rather... friend slop. That's just what people say. I'd rather play like Mecha Chameleon or Deep Rock Galactica or something like that. Relic, can you play Code Rapid? It's fun and you will enjoy it, I promise, King. Code Rapid. Let me look that up. I won't join them unless there is a mildly good pastry. No, you're willing to switch up on your boy for just like mediocre confections? Are you serious? You're willing to switch up for a mid-ass gift bag. For a gift bag with about $10 worth of memorabilia and like some fucking Walmart cookie bin. You're willing to switch up for that? Bye, Jerm Anthony. Hope you have it going. Real. For real? Motherfucker's switching up on me for a 5 out of 10 brownie. That's fucked up. Relic, you ever played Fallout New Vegas? I swear I shower. I've not played Fallout New Vegas myself, but I have watched Jerma play it before. This video. Okay, let's see what this one is. This is a 6-minute video about the history of the Kansai collection. I will make this reaction take less long, and then I will get drunk and we'll play like a game of Battlefield.
Relic, I promise I'm not gonna switch up on you. Unless they like. They'd have to do something crazy. Like, give me a single piece of banana bread.
That's so fucked up. Y'all are fake. Y'all are fake. You're gonna switch up for me on mid-ass banana bread made by my haters. You know that shit's gonna be dry. They don't know how to make a good pastry. All of my haters are chopped chuds. They don't know how to cook, bro. They DoorDash everything, man. They're going into debt for DoorDash. They're putting all that shit on their credit card. Maybe we just hungry. That is true. It is getting late, so a lot of y'all are probably just near dinner time.
Relic. Only thing I want is that, man, you think I'd switch up for some bullshit.
Now, a good banana bread, I would not blame any of y'all switching up on me for. Anybody, including Lions, who just talk shit about being loyal. If you're presented a really good banana bread, I would not blame you. I can make a good pastry, but you're not in the hate club yet, so my point stands. At this point, you're on my side, and all the bakers are with me. I'm not a hater, and I do that. Relic versus Relic hater bake-off. Ooh, that is good tech. I would be down to do a baking stream, a cutie type baking stream. But if our tummies were full, we wouldn't switch up. That is true. I do need to like get better food for my soldiers. I'm kind of letting y'all starve on the front lines, and now y'all are more susceptible to fragging me. So I need to treat my soldiers better. GBBs now. My video now. Yeah. You're right. You're right. Don't ego me. Lethal Company together, please. I don't have that much interest in playing Lethal Company. It's an old ass game at this point. Did they release an update? All right, let me shut the fuck up. Let's get into the video. 6 minutes. It's about the history of the Kantai collection.
After 10,000 years, I'm free. It's time to conquer Earth.
Alpha, Venus Escape. Recruit a team of teenagers with attitudes.
That was a schoolgirl. I thought this was shit girls.
This will most likely be my final anime video.
Okay.
I know. Calm down.
It's over now.
But if this isn't your thing, on Friday I'll be releasing a video where I bully the Panther, so stay tuned for that. This is a Patreon request video on the historically influenced show Kantai Collections, which is based off a game from what I understand. But unlike Girls
Wait,
and
what?
Panzer,
So is this about like an actual war or not? Is this about a war? The Kantai collection. Disclaimer, Johnny, I'm not a weeb, also this. So this is about a game that's about ships. They released a lot of updates for Lethal. Okay, word. I'll look it up. Both.
that spits trivia left and right, this show has historical references more in the lore of the world than ones outright said by the cast, although there are a lot more towards the end. So the format of this video will be a bit different from the previous ones like this.
Bro, motherfuckers are so stupid. Are you telling me people are watching like a ship girl anime with like gigantic tits being killed by breast milk or whatever? Sorry, I don't know the show. I might be slandering it. Rubicon, my bad. Motherfuckers going, is this historically accurate? Yeah, is this historically accurate? Sorry, my ship show that I like to goon to. Is this historically accurate?
The basis of this plot is very anime. Offensively anime, if you ask me. In Mighty Morphin Ship Girls, the world is under attack by vague bad guys, and girls, who are a personification of battleships, go out to fight with them on the high seas. But the history comes in with all the girls being named and modeled after battleships from the Imperial Japanese Navy in World War II.
Goon Lagoon.
I actually had a fun time looking up their real-life counterparts as they were introduced to the show.
How old are these girls? Are these girls like 16 canonically or something? Or are they old? Are they older? I need to know. Otherwise, if it's super anime, they would probably be like 16 and there's going to be hella shots of jiggling boobs for no reason. Teenagers to young adults. Okay, so let's call it like 19, like 18, 19.
And seeing which ships survived the war.
Better than a
was
lot
not
of
that many.
animes. Gotta be
In
honest.
relation to this, there seems to be a correlation between
They do
the
look
size
16,
and
yeah.
class of the real-world ship to the physique of the character playing it. About halfway through, I started thinking in depth about this, and realized that when Yamato came on, she would most likely have gigantic turrets. Oh my god, I was right! But the outfits they wear to look like ships are pretty creative, I'll give them that. There are a handful of
Those
references
do look
to
cool.
the war in general, though. Lack of supplies and consumption of fuel is a recurring theme. The Fleet Girls commanders are all
Okay, I gotta be fully honest, Rubicon. I was trying to finish the video to be nice, but I'm not entirely interested in the anime itself. I'm interested in the ships. But I'm not that interested in the anime. It seems mostly about the anime. I'd watch a video about the ships though. Either way, gooning must have been so boring before cameras were invented. I don't really think so. I'm gonna destroy you. I'm sorry. Mutually exclusive interests. We share domain over military day. I'm gonna have to veto that one. I'm not. It's not catching me. Fine. I'll find the ships. Well, for this military day, what I want to do now is get into the section where I want to get drunk and play a round. I want to play a round of Battlefield and take a shot every time I die. And we're gonna see. Hopefully, in Battlefield 1, there's a trench warfare section. I don't know if there is. Yes, you're fine. Let me play. EA anti-cheat installation is required to play this game. What the fuck? Do I have to install another thing? Rocket's gonna crash. Oh yeah, that's true. Let's do a hard reset. Good night, Relic. Good night, Sato. Hope you have a good one. We're gonna do a hard reset. My stream crashes at every 2 hours, so I have to shut down my stream and then restart it. So give me one moment. I will be right back. All you have to do is refresh the stream if you want to keep watching while I get drunk, keep riffing about whatever, and play Battlefield. Be right back. One second.